There's a guy I know, let's call him Jake. Jake had it all. The looks, the money, the charm. If you saw him, you'd think, this guy must be drowning in women. And for a while, it seemed like he was. But here's where things got strange. No matter how hard he tried, no matter how much effort he put into impressing women, they always lost interest. They'd be excited at first, but then out of nowhere, the attraction would fade. They'd pull away. Some even ghosted him completely. Meanwhile, there was another guy in our circle. He wasn't rich, he wasn't exceptionally good looking, he wasn't even trying. But women chased him, they wanted to be around him. And unlike Jake, he never had to worry about women pulling away. So let me ask you this. Who do you think was more successful with women? Jake, the guy who had all the obvious advantages? Or the other guy, who didn't seem to have much at all? If you think it was Jake, comment yes. If you think it was the other guy, comment no. I'll tell you the truth. It was the second guy. And not by accident. See, attraction isn't about what you have. It's about what you understand. Most men spend their entire lives thinking they need to impress women with money, status, or looks. But the truth is, women are far more attracted to something deeper. Something most men don't even realize exists. That's what we're diving into today. The 10 hidden female weaknesses that, once you understand, will completely change the way you interact with women. These aren't tricks. They're not manipulations. They're fundamental psychological triggers that influence attraction on a subconscious level. And the best part? Most women don't even realize they're affected by them. So if you're ready to break free from the illusion that attraction is about what you have, and instead learn how to naturally draw women in, stay with me. Because once you master this, you'll never chase again. Number 1. Women are programmed to test your strength. Most men don't realize this, but women test men all the time. And if you don't know how to handle these tests, you're finished before you even start. A woman might challenge your opinions just to see if you stand firm. She might create small conflicts to test your emotional stability, or she might act disinterested to see if you get insecure. And here's the hard truth. These tests aren't random. They're instinctive. They're her way of filtering out weak men. Let me paint a picture. Imagine you're on a date and she suddenly says, "I don't usually go for guys like you." Most men would react emotionally, defend themselves, seek validation, or worse, get offended. But a man who understands female psychology, he stays calm. Maybe he smirks and says, "Good thing I'm not most guys." No defensiveness, no insecurity, just effortless confidence. Because here's the secret. Women don't test men they aren't attracted to. If she's testing you, it means you have potential. But if you fail, you instantly drop in value. So the next time a woman pushes your buttons, don't react. Stay centered. She's not looking for a fight. She's looking for proof that you're strong enough to handle her world. And if you can pass these tests without flinching, she'll respect you in a way that most men will never experience. Number 2, women can't resist a man who walks away. Nothing kills attraction faster than desperation. The moment a woman senses that you need her more than she needs you, you lose. And yet, most men make this exact mistake. When they feel a woman pulling away, they panic. They start texting more, trying to fix things, explaining themselves, apologizing for things that don't even matter. And every time they do, they prove one thing: they're replaceable. But what happens when a man does the opposite? When instead of chasing, he simply walks away? It triggers something deep inside her, because suddenly she's faced with a man who isn't afraid to lose her, a man who values himself more than her validation. This isn't about playing games, it's about self-respect. If she disrespects you, if she pulls away, if she tries to manipulate you, you leave. No anger, no begging, just silent, unwavering confidence. And that, more than anything, makes her question everything. Because here's what most men don't realize. Women only respect men they can't control. And the man who's willing to walk away is the man who never has to chase. Number 3, confidence in the face of rejection is irresistible. Rejection. It's the one thing that paralyzes most men. They take it personally. They let it crush their confidence. And worst of all, they start seeing it as a reflection of their own worth. But here's the truth. Rejection only has power over you if you let it. Most guys, when faced with rejection, react in one of two ways. They either get angry, calling her names, acting bitter, or they get desperate, asking why. What did I do wrong? But both of these responses scream weakness. A man who is truly confident, he doesn't flinch. He shrugs, smiles, and moves on like it doesn't matter. Because to him, it really doesn't. Think about it. A man who has options doesn't fear rejection. If one woman isn't interested, he knows another will be. That's why the men who handle rejection the best are the ones who barely experience it, because their reaction makes them more attractive. Now, let's put this into perspective. Imagine you approach a woman and she turns you down. Most guys would either sulk or try harder. But what if you just smiled and said, "No worries, your loss. Have a great day." And then you walk away like nothing happened. What does that signal? Confidence, self-worth, a complete lack of desperation. And here's the kicker. Many times, that confidence alone is enough to make her second-guess her decision. Because now, instead of seeing you as another guy seeking her approval, she sees you as someone who already values himself. And that is what women truly crave. So the next time you're rejected, don't react, don't explain, don't chase. Just smile, nod, and move on. The man who treats rejection like it's meaningless is the man women can't ignore. Number 4. Women are drawn to what they can't have. There's a reason people pay thousands for luxury brands, limited edition sneakers, and VIP experiences. It's not just about quality, it's about scarcity. The harder something is to get, the more valuable it becomes. And women, they operate on this exact same principle when it comes to attraction. A woman's hidden weakness? She wants what she can't fully have. The moment she feels like she has completely won a man, her attraction starts to fade. That's why the guys who are too eager, too available, or too obvious about their feelings often end up being ignored. Women might appreciate their attention, but they won't chase it. Now let's flip this. Think about the men women obsess over. It's rarely the guy who showers them with affection from day one. It's the one who's slightly out of reach. The one who seems interested, but not entirely. The one who gives her just enough to keep her guessing. That's what triggers the chase. So how do you use this to your advantage? Simple. Stop being so available. If she knows exactly when she'll see you next, if you reply instantly to every message, if she never has to wonder about your attention, you've already lost. Women need uncertainty. It creates anticipation, excitement, and most importantly, value. This isn't about being distant or playing games. It's about maintaining your independence. A man with a full life doesn't revolve around any one woman. He's focused on his goals, his mission, his self-improvement. And because of that, he naturally becomes scarce. And here's the paradox. When you stop giving her all of your attention, she starts craving it. When you stop chasing, she starts wondering. Because in her mind, if you're not obsessed with her like every other guy, you must be worth more than them. Number 5. Women obsess over men who are hard to read. If a woman knows exactly how you feel about her at all times, she stops wondering. And when she stops wondering, she stops chasing. Women are naturally drawn to mystery. It's why they get hooked on drama-filled TV shows, why they spend hours analyzing texts with their friends, and why they keep going back to men who are just a little hard to figure out. Now, most men make one of two mistakes. Either they lay all their emotions on the table too soon, texting constantly, expressing feelings too early, seeking reassurance. Or they try too hard to act mysterious, coming off as cold and uninterested. Both are turnoffs. The real key? Controlled unpredictability. Give her enough to keep her engaged, but not so much that she stops wondering about you. Here's what that looks like in action. Don't always text back immediately. A man with a full life doesn't hover over his phone. Be selective with what you share. Let her discover things about you over time. Maintain a sense of calm unpredictability. One day, you're available for a deep conversation. The next, you're too focused on your own goals. This keeps her intrigued. It makes her think, what's on his mind? Does he really like me? Why is he so different from other guys? And once those questions start running through her head, she's hooked. Because here's the truth. Curiosity fuels desire. If she feels like she has you all figured out, the excitement dies. But if you can keep her guessing, keep her slightly unsure, she'll keep coming back for more. Number 6. The paradox of controlled vulnerability. Most men get this completely wrong. They either show too much emotion, becoming overly dependent on a woman's validation, or they show none at all, coming off as cold and emotionally unavailable. Both extremes kill attraction. Women do want a man who can connect on a deeper level, but they don't want a man who dumps all his emotional baggage on them. They want a man who chooses when and how to reveal his emotions, a man who controls his vulnerability, not the other way around. Here's the mistake most guys make. They think opening up means spilling their insecurities, their past traumas, their fears, hoping it will bring them closer to a woman. But in reality, that kind of emotional oversharing makes them seem weak. Now let's flip this. Imagine a man who is in control of his emotions. He's aware of his struggles, but he doesn't seek pity. He's faced hardships, but he doesn't let them define him. Instead, when he chooses to open up, he does it from a place of strength. That's the difference. A truly high-value man reveals his emotions in a way that enhances his presence, not weakens it. He might acknowledge a struggle, but only after he's conquered it. He might share a past experience, but only in a way that makes him look stronger, not fragile. Women are drawn to this. They don't want a man who's emotionally closed off, but they also don't want a man who's too open, too soon. The sweet spot? Vulnerability that is controlled. Your emotions should be like a deep ocean, visible, powerful, but never overwhelming. Show her depth, but never drown her in it. Number 7. The power of emotional certainty. Women are emotional creatures. Their moods shift, their feelings fluctuate. And for most men, this is confusing. They don't understand why one day she's affectionate and the next she's distant. Why she's excited in one moment and irritated the next. Here's the truth. Women don't always control their emotions, but they are always controlled by them. And this is where most men fail. Instead of staying steady, they mirror her emotions. She's upset, they get upset. She pulls away, they panic. But the moment you let a woman's emotions dictate yours, you lose. A woman doesn't want a man who rides the emotional roller coaster with her. She wants a man who anchors her. Someone who remains calm, unshaken, and centered no matter what she's feeling. Think of it this way. Imagine a storm at sea. The waves are crashing, the wind is roaring. What's more attractive, a captain who panics or one who stands firm at the helm, completely in control? Women are drawn to that kind of steadiness because when a woman feels emotionally secure with a man, she can relax into her feminine energy. On the flip side, a man who is overly reactive, moody, or emotionally needy forces her into the dominant role. Suddenly, she has to stabilize him. And nothing kills attraction faster than that. So here's the key. Never let a woman's emotions control you. When she's upset, you remain calm. When things don't go your way, you don't complain. When challenges arise, you handle them with quiet confidence. The moment you provide emotional certainty, you become the one thing she can't find anywhere else, a source of unwavering stability. 8. A man with a mission is her kryptonite. A man without a mission is a man without value, and women can sense it immediately. Most guys make the mistake of thinking that their relationship is their purpose. They prioritize a woman above everything else. They drop their ambitions, their goals, their passions, all because they think it will make her happy. But in reality, it does the opposite. It kills her attraction. Women are instinctively drawn to men who are driven by something greater than themselves. A man who is locked in on his purpose, whether it's building a business, mastering a craft, or pursuing a personal goal, automatically becomes magnetic. Why? Because purpose creates focus, discipline, and independence. And those are qualities that women crave. On the flip side, when a man makes a woman the center of his world, she starts losing respect for him. She might enjoy the attention at first, but deep down, she starts feeling burdened by it. She doesn't want to be his purpose. She wants to be part of his journey. So ask yourself, what are you building? What are you chasing? If you don't have a mission, women will sense it. And if they sense it, they won't stay. The most attractive man isn't the one who chases women. It's the one who chases greatness and lets women chase him. Number 9. The unspoken influence of deep voice and presence. Most men focus too much on words, thinking that what they say is what matters most. But the truth? Women respond to how you say things more than what you say. Your voice, your posture, the way you carry yourself. These subtle signals communicate dominance, confidence, and status before you even open your mouth. Studies have shown that men with deeper voices are perceived as more attractive, dominant, and capable of leadership. Why? Because a deep, controlled voice subconsciously signals high testosterone, strong genetics, and emotional stability. It makes women feel like they're in the presence of a man who is in control, not just of his voice, but of himself. But it's not just about how you sound. Your entire presence matters. A man with strong presence moves with purpose. No fidgeting, no nervous energy, maintains steady eye contact. Not in a creepy way, but in a way that conveys quiet confidence. Speaks slowly and deliberately, like every word matters. On the other hand, a man with weak presence has slouched posture and avoids eye contact, fidgets, talks too fast, or seems uncomfortable in his own skin. Tries too hard to get attention instead of commanding it naturally. And here's the key. You don't need to be the loudest guy in the room to have presence. In fact, the most powerful men often say the least. They don't need to prove anything. Their energy alone does the talking. If you master your voice, your posture, and your presence, you'll notice something incredible. Women will be drawn to you before you even say a word. Number 10. A man who controls his desires controls everything. Most men are ruled by their desires. They chase women, they seek validation, they let lust dictate their actions, and because of that, they have no power. A man who can't control his urges is a man who is easily manipulated. Women can sense when a man is desperate, when he'll do anything for their attention, when he's driven by his need for validation. And nothing kills attraction faster than that. On the other hand, a man who has mastered self-discipline, who isn't controlled by his desires but instead controls them, becomes someone women can't resist. Why? Because self-control signals power, restraint, and high status. Think about it. Who is more attractive? The guy who eagerly follows a woman around like a lost puppy, or the man who values himself enough to be selective? The man who gives in to every temptation, or the one who stands firm in his principles? The moment you stop chasing women and start chasing your mission, everything shifts. Women start seeing you as different. They wonder why you're not like other guys. They want to earn your attention rather than just being handed it. And here's the truth. The man who controls his desires controls everything. If you can walk away from temptation, if you can say no when necessary, if you can prioritize your purpose over fleeting pleasures, you'll become the kind of man that women need, not just want. Attraction isn't about tricks. It's not about flashy cars, expensive watches, or trying to impress women with words. It's about something deeper. Psychology, self-mastery, and strength. Women aren't attracted to men who need them. They're attracted to men they need. Men who are in control of themselves. Men who don't seek validation, who don't chase mindlessly, who remain grounded no matter what. So ask yourself, are you leading your life or are you just reacting to women? Because the moment you stop chasing is the moment women start chasing you. If this resonated with you, hit the subscribe button for more wisdom on mastering your mind, your attraction, and your life. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and as always, never chase.